I wanted to do in this video is to be able to show you what people go through as care workers in the UK. In the UK, there are a lot of people from Africa, I don't know about the Caribbean, who are in the country at the moment working as care workers. And I had actually just parked, and all of a sudden I saw one of our sisters come and park. And what is actually happening is over and over, what she does is when she parks her car, she actually relaxes her seat and then goes to sleep. People, I'm not sure I'm able to zoom, in for you to be able to see the full details, but it's just for our brothers and sisters back home in the motherland to appreciate the kind of struggle that people who are abroad, people who have gone foreign to be able to make a little living go through. So this is me sat in my car. I was actually sat in my car when I saw the sister actually parked there, and she's actually been coming to park for a while. Just like I said, I am living in a neighborhood which, they're very common. In bungalows is for the elderly. So she actually comes around to give, I think, care, to the elderly. And basically what happens is when she comes and she's a bit early, she basically sleeps in her car. And this is sometimes over an hour or more, because that is how it looks like. Yeah. And I wanted, each one of us to be able to appreciate what is going on. In as much as people may be wondering, what exactly we are talking about, this is the reality. This is the reality. People actually, what they go through, especially for the care workers, what they go through in order for them to be able to make a living, in order for them to be able to, make a pound or two, in order for them to be able to sustain themselves. It isn't something easy. So maybe what I would say is, in as much as this may be a very short video, it's for people to be able to start to imagine what people actually go through whenever they come abroad. Who are working as care workers, they actually go through a lot. They go through a lot. And seeing, people actually sleep in their cars, the question that I am asking myself is, if something happens to them, nobody will be able to know until, a period of time. Unfortunately, in neighborhoods like this, it is really, really quiet, because it is for the elderly. And whilst people may say, well, that's the easiest job, working as a care worker is the easiest job or the quickest job that you can have. I don't know, I think it's really difficult, it is really difficult. And if you are back home and you've got a brother or sister who is abroad or who is come, on the care worker package and you can actually spare a bit of time to appreciate what they go through, I think that would be amazing. And equally, if they should send a pound or two for you to be able to do some project for them, all that I'm asking is for us to be able to respect their hustle. People may say, yes, you go there. If you go abroad, you're going to get, X amount of money. You're going to get loads of money. Well, that is not the case. This is what people go through. And, I wasn't aware that, this was going to happen. But I had noticed that this very individual continue to come on a day-to-day basis. So people who actually do care, and what they do is they actually, care for the elderly, So just like I'm saying, in my neighborhood, it is for the elderly. It is for the very, so what they come is they care for them in the morning, maybe in the afternoon and in the evening. So you do drive around a lot. And in some instances with people like this, they actually go and park and sleep until their next shift. So what I am possibly seeing is she came in the afternoon. She hasn't got a shift until the evening. Would you buy the fuel and drive around? She hasn't got the luxury. So what does she do? She's sleeping in her car in order for her to be able to wait for her next shift. People is a really difficult one. It is a very difficult one. We are definitely not saying, or I am definitely not saying, this is something that should put people off thinking of maybe traveling abroad. And somebody may say, oh, Nana, if that's not good, why are people coming? Well, that's true. It's individual decisions. It's individual, choices. But all that I want to put out there is, it isn't easy. Have I slept in my car before? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And that is for another day. But if you are working as a care worker and you want us to be able to interview you, reach out to us, because I understand. I have been there before. I have had those experiences, where my car is more or less my bed until my next shift. And if that is your experience or anything that you want to share, especially if you are on these kind of care workers visas and all that, get in touch. We will definitely want to, get people to appreciate the kind of challenges. And what I am even hearing is some of these workers or some of these people do not have work all the time. So you have to wait. People wait for a couple of periods, maybe months, and still not have work to do. And you have to ask yourself, if you haven't got jobs to do for that duration, who is going to pay your bill? You've got bills to pay. So if you even look at the size of the car, it tells you that the person is trying to be economical as best as possible. Because the bigger the size of the car, the bigger your insurance. All these things do count where you are paying. So if the jobs are not coming, how are you going to pay the bill? How are you going to manage to pay the bill? It's a very challenging situation. I will definitely not ask anybody not to make that trip. If you want to, that's definitely your decision. But what I wanted to do in this video is to be able to show you what people go through as care workers in the UK. I can only talk about the UK. I don't know what's happening in other parts of the world. But all that we want to say is it isn't easy. And if that is something that you are going through yourself, let me know. Let us know. The channel is called Black Next Gen. We talk about Black experiences. And for today, just like I said, I just saw the sister in her car, which I thought, she's been coming over and over. She comes in the morning, afternoon, and evening. But for some strange reason, I only saw her park this afternoon. And she's not moved her car. Possibly she will be going to attend to the client in the evening. But what she is actually doing is, she can't go knock on nobody's door. I'm asking when she even has to use the toilet, then she has to drive out in order for her to use some kind of maybe McDonald's or some kind of shops. So there isn't that luxury that people who come from abroad make it look like, they are living the best of lives. It's not true. There is a real hustle. There is a real hustle. And I will definitely want to keep it real. So if that has been your experience and you want us to talk about it, please reach out to us. My name is Nana SA. This is something that we do. We work with people. But this is the situation where I saw and I felt, let me bring it to light. Let me share it with other people because, hearing the vibe that when you go to England, when you go to abroad, you may be able to go on a care visa. There are lots of old people. There are lots of people that you can care for. That's true. But the reality is, you're not just walking into their houses to care for them. And until even the shift starts, you cannot go to the client's house and say, let me wait here until my next shift. So it's a real struggle. It's a real hustle. You definitely have to dig deep. But all that I wanted to do on this video is for people to be able to see what exactly is going on for the likes of our dear brothers and sisters who are working as care workers. I don't know how it is like in the ward. I can only talk about a sister that I am seeing working as domiciliary care. This is the kind of properties that these are bungalows as compared to, the story building. So let me know But in this instance, they actually come to the client homes where the client is living. They enter with a code and all that, before they can actually go and see the client. And they only come for a few minutes, and that's it. So if you are looking for a job and you're actually going to do that, just think about it. If you are coming in for 20 minutes, the number of clients that you have to see in order for you to be able to clock your hour. And I think during the time that you are driving, you don't get paid, So if they have to make up an hour and every client is 20 minutes, then they have to see 3 clients, to make an hour. So if somebody goes to work for 8 hours, just imagine how many clients they have to see, in order for them to be able to make up their 8 hours. And bear in mind, all these clients are not in one place. They are in different locations. So it is a real grafting job. Yes, you will be driving. You will need your licenses. And that also comes with its own challenges in terms of what? Insurance. And if you don't drive, you're using public bus. You're using public transport. Yeah. So just imagine if you have to travel from one place to the other and every job is 20 minutes. Just imagine how long, how many hours can you clock in a day? That will help you to be able to pay the bills. Anyway, people, I just saw this. I felt, maybe somebody will learn from this. Somebody will want us to share their story. But, let's continue to celebrate our brothers and sisters putting in the hard work. And if they bring their money home, remember, let us not misuse it. Let's not waste it at all, because it is a real hustle. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. It's a hustle. But if you want us to reach to us, I didn't say to subscribe. Please do. Subscribe to the channel. We are learning. We are definitely looking at the Black experiences. Okay? Subscribe, share, like, and if you want us to share your story, reach out to us. We can definitely use that to educate, myself, the community, and people who wants to learn. Anyway, boom. See you in the next video.
Falling on my knees. No stranger to pain, ever ending. It's on me. Yeah, baby.